He was so impressed.
The military salute is given in the same manner as a gesture of recognition and a friendly greeting to a comrade in the honorable profession of arms. To maintain the proper decorum and respect for events such as this, we ask that you abide by the following standards while you are here. First, there will be times that you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, the playing of the Air Force song, the reciting of the Oath of Allegiance, and the Army Creed. Second, we ask that you remain silent during these times, reflecting on the price that has been paid for our freedom. Third, we ask that you pay respect to the flag during the national anthem and as it passes during the review. Military members in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. Civilians should place and stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. After the last note of the national anthem and after the flags have passed, you may then return your hand to your side. We also ask that all cell phones and other electronic devices be silenced at this time. As the flights pass the review, applause is appropriate, but please limit that applause so that others may hear the narration of the names and hometowns of the military training instructors. Please reserve the strictest respect during our oath of enlistment. During this oath, airmen pledge their lives to support and defend the Constitution and our country. For the safety and comfort of those around you, we ask that you remain in place until our distinguished guests have left the review stand and departed the area. Restroom facilities are located in the buildings on either side of the parking lot, and during this morning's ceremony, smoking and the consumption of alcohol beverages is not permitted. Finally, please do not go onto the grassy areas when taking photos during the ceremony. The flights before you today are named after Air Force pioneers who have made significant contributions to our enlisted heritage. They have special meanings to all airmen, especially those who are transitioning from civilians to warrior airmen of character. Today's graduates make up these heritage flights and will continue to shape our Air Force. And now I'd like to take a moment to inform you on specific flight locations on the parade field, as viewed from the bleachers from your left to your right. The first 4 heritage flights to pass the review today are from the 320th Training Squadron, McCoy, Andrews, Parrish, and Faison flights. They are followed by Binneker and Benkin flights from the 321st Training Squadron. In the center of the parade field is the 737th Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps, Murray flight from the 321st Training Squadron. The flight selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags is from the 322nd Training Squadron, Aries flight, followed by Cox and Barnes flight. The last 4 flights to pass review today are from the 323rd Training Squadron, Blue, Roy, Cody, and Matthews flight. At this time, please find a place to sit. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony.
26 total, 24 years in reserve.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the entrance of our official party. Please remain standing for the invocation handed by Chaplain Reese.
It is your custom, I invite you to pray with me. All-powerful and loving God, we thank you for this wonderful day and awesome occasion that brings us together as fellow airmen, leaders, families, and friends. We rejoice with each graduate on this special day of achievement and celebration, and we ask you to continue to bless these young men and women who have endured many difficult weeks and faced many challenges. We thank you for the love and support given by family and friends and loved ones that allow this day to be attainable. We ask that you would fill them with joy as they witness their graduate complete such an amazing accomplishment. We also pray that you would give the leaders and instructors a sense of fulfillment and achievement for their faithful and dedicated service to these graduates. Grant these airmen boldness to stand for truth, justice, and freedom. We pray they will always bring honor to you, the Air Force, and to themselves as they move on from basic military training. We ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Reese. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation Parade. We are honored to introduce our 37th Training Wing leadership, beginning with the host for today's ceremony. The Vice Commander, 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel Jeffrey Follisman. reviewing official is the Commander, 1st Special Operations Wing, and Installation Commander, Hurlburt Field, Florida, Colonel Thomas Polensky, accompanied by his wife, Jaren. The Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel William Fisher and his wife, Jane. The Superintendent, Air Force Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Chief Master Sergeant Chris Simpson. We would also like to introduce several distinguished guests in attendance with us today, beginning with San Antonio City Councilman, District 8, and Honorary Commander, 433rd Training Squadron, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Councilman Ron Nierenberg. The Commander, 57th Troop Command Brigade, New Jersey Army National Guard, Atlantic City, New Jersey, Colonel Michael McLean and his wife, Kimberly. The Command Chief Master Sergeant, Hawaii Air National Guard, Joint Force Headquarters, Hawaii, Chief Master Sergeant William Parker, his wife Lisa, and their daughter Rochelle. The Command Chief Master Sergeant, 114th Fighter Wing, Joe Foss Field Air National Guard Station, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Chief Master Sergeant Dean Hilberg and his wife Teresa. The Command Sergeant Major, 503rd Military Police Battalion, Fort Bragg, North Carolina, Sergeant Major John Eastwood and his wife Tracy. Although time does not allow us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Wing is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. The Airmen who will pass review today have completed a mandated 7.5-week program that provides Air Force units throughout the world with trained airmen. Part of this training includes the proven concepts of military customs and traditions, of which this parade is a vital part. All graduating airmen will also march over the enlisted heroes' wall. They will lead the way for the thousands of airmen that will follow, all reflecting on our enlisted heritage, tradition of honor, and our legacy of valor. Our Commander of Airmen is Master Sergeant Daniel Elias, Instructor Supervisor, 323rd Training Squadron. Colonel Polensky will review today's ceremony.
Somewhere, I think they're right.
Corey was like, oh, he's like, it's harder.
Ladies and gentlemen, we stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated.
Sir, the parade is forward.
Yesterday, we were at the BMX in Lima. We were outside and we were just seeing all the BMT and then this song came on. And it's just, yeah, it stood up and like, it was like, yeah, and saluted. And everybody was doing this like, pause. Of course, I didn't know. The teachers kind of watched that. But this was like before the national anthem came on. It was like a song. Yeah, I didn't know. You know, maybe we should like look.
It's a signal. Remember singing yesterday to the flag? So now we're so it's probably like 5:30. Yeah. So every day at 5:30. And so if you live on things, you work on things, you know every day at 5:30. So my supervisor, they're getting right. So
Sir, all present or accounted for.
sounds, yeah. So she'll probably go down. Yeah, that's why my brother would get all like not depressed, but just wouldn't talk to us for a while. And then he'd get happy getting new calls. Started. And I was like, well, that's a good question because
So right up front, as long as he gets you guys, I think it's half of this.
you said it.
So a couple of minutes, we'll get you ready.
Well, I don't know if you recruited the liaison told Adam to make sure you bring Logan's birth certificate and my social. Like right away. Yeah, I think he's everything. Yeah.
That's the documentation. We can go into this.
Sir, I present the command. March the command in review.
So. Do they do like every day?
Well, the last, in the 7th week and this week, last week and then this week, I think they come out for sure. But I see them out here now and then. After they all come together, various classes. We're going to be right here until you folks here. That's what you guys do. At least know that we're supposed to do like that up there, especially.
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating airmen passing in review today represent a portion of the 38,000 recruits who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 training group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the enlisted corps of the greatest air force in the world. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Air Force. The flights you will view today are a representation of the enlisted force. Each flight represents an enlisted member of the Air Force who has embodied our core values and contributed to its heritage. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass and review, they will march over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. The airmen recognized on the papers have been awarded our nation's highest honors representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Air Force. In armed conflicts, including present-day operations in Afghanistan, they include 7 Medals of Honor, 26 Air Force Crosses, and 173 Silver Stars, awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. The enlisted heroes serve to inspire all airmen to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to this great nation. Armed with a knowledge of our past, the airmen will exit the Heroes Walk by marching over a blue line, signifying their ascension into the greatest air power in the world. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the 737's Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps, Murray Flight, from the 321st Training Squadron, performing today under the direction of Master Sergeant Sherry Wynn, hometown Chattanooga, Tennessee. These airmen are also in basic military training, but have been hand-selected to perform for ceremonies of this type. We would like for you to notice our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. Once the flags have passed in review, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all of our guests the opportunity to view the flags as they pass in review. Now passing in review. Our Commander of Airmen is Master Sergeant Daniel Alliance, Instructor Supervisor, 323rd Training Squadron, hometown, Los Angeles, California. From the 323rd Training Squadron, the Drum and Bugle Corps, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 14, Murray Flight, led by Technical Sergeant James Davis, hometown, Gulf Breeze, Florida, and Technical Sergeant Annette Burns, hometown, Alexandria, Virginia. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 8, Parish Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jeffrey Stevens, hometown, Jeffersonville, Georgia. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 10, Kingston Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jamaica Johnson, hometown, Karnes City, Texas. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 9, Vinegar Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Kyle Eckert, hometown, Emporium, Pennsylvania. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 12, Bedkin Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Joe Rodriguez, hometown, Rogers, Arkansas. The squadron selected as the color guard is from the 322nd Training Squadron, led by Master Sergeant Michael Cherry, hometown, Millbrook, Alabama. The flights selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags are from the 322nd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 1, Charity Flight, led by Master Sergeant Mateus Trujillo, hometown, Brownsville, Texas, and Technical Sergeant Rene Rioja, hometown, San Antonio, Texas. The B Squadron Commander is Master Sergeant David Ordway, Military Training Instructor, 321st Training Squadron, hometown, Cabot, Arkansas. From the 322nd Training Squadron, representing the Air Force Commendation Medal recipient, Cox Flight, led by Master Sergeant Aaron Lawhorn, hometown, Smithfield, Virginia. From the 322nd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 4, Barnes Flight, led by Master Sergeant Justin Driggers, hometown, Athens, Alabama. the 323rd Training Squadron, representing an Air Force Combat Action Medal recipients, Blue Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Samuel Swenson, hometown, Plano, Texas. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 16, Roy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Darren Hamilton, hometown, Las Vegas, Nevada. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 17, Cody Flight, led by Master Sergeant Gloria Washington, hometown, Stewart, Minnesota. And from the 323rd Training Squadron, representing a Medal of Honor recipient, Matthews Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Donald Mims, hometown, Moultrie, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated.
We need to. Great.
Over the last 7.5 weeks, the airmen before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with the foundation to serve in the world's greatest air force. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will enter Airmen's Week, where they will develop their critical thinking skills and further personalize the Air Force core values. They will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of over 130 Air Force specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of over 84 Air Force bases around the world or work directly with our sister services. As these airmen move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment while maintaining home station readiness. Over the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the U.S. military, and an even smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force and will pave the way for future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win. Ladies and gentlemen, please Please focus your attention to the right as a B-1 Lancer renders a flying salute to our graduated airmen. This aircraft is from the 28th Flying Transporter, 7th Flying Air Force Base. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our Squadron Honor graduates as well as their families. Basic military training honor graduates distinguish themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellency airmen displayed throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As the airmen march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank the families and friends who are here in support of the airmen graduating today. Your words of encouragement help motivate these airmen through 7.5 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air Force and Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the many families and friends of Americans for the support of your airmen and the greatest air power the world has ever known. He will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
Good morning. Before I address this amazing group of awesome airmen, I'd like to start off by thanking a few people in the crowd. To the families, you guys are giving us your most precious treasure to take care of our wonderful country. We cannot thank you enough for the trust you give in the leadership of the Air Force to take the best care of these amazing airmen. coming out of the stands threw me into this. Your individual airmen, it's amazing. Be very, very proud. Thank you so much. We're going to do something to thank. For all the veterans that are in the audience, please stand up if you're a veteran or serve on active duty or reserve corps right now. Come forward to these giants standing right now with their heritage and what they're having to show on. Thank you all so much for your service. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the military training instructors out here. Our civilian folks give you the clay and mold them into an awesome, lethal fighting machine. Which is the work you done with these folks is amazing. Not thank you enough for what you do for national security and for our Air Force each and every day. Thank you guys so much. And lastly, to the Airmen, thank you for the medal in your heart, the ability to serve. Most Americans can never get this far. As a matter of fact, you guys are 1% of America that's protecting the other 99. That should give you a sense of pride. Remember, we are a nation of war. We're a nation that's been at war, and the Air Force has been at war for 15 long years. You guys are going to win that war for us. The enemy's evil. Violent extremists need to be stopped. You are the thin blue line between them and these folks right here. You should be very proud of what you're getting ready to do. Be honored for serving you. I just got one final question for you. Are you all ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? I think you're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Colonel Walensky will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Now, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
That I will obey the orders of the President of the United States
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
According to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
according to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Airmen, and welcome to the World Greatest Air Force.
Thank you, Colonel Walensky. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airman recites the Airman's Tree and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I, or heritage flights are from the 320th Training Squadron, McCoy, Andrews, Harris, and Benson flight. The next two flights are from the 321st Training Squadron, Vinegar and Bankin flight. They are followed by Cox and Barnes flight from the 322nd Training Squadron. The last four flights are from the 323rd Training Squadron, Blue, Roy, Cody, and Matthew's flight. Airmen in the stage flag mask, Airy flights, from the 322nd Training Squadron will be released to their visitors at the equipment locker to your left after they secure the flags. Airmen in the drum and bugle corps, Murray flights, from the 321st Training Squadron will meet their family members at the north side bleachers near the equipment lockers after they have secured their instruments.
This is my favorite part.
Please be careful while exiting the bleachers and while moving on to the grassy areas. For your safety, we also ask that you only use the stairs to exit the bleachers. All airmen are now released to their visitors. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the rest of your stay at Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas.